Well, howdy, folks.
Well, howdy.
Howdy, howdy.
Howdy,
Hello, hello.
partner.
Howdy. Oh, well,
We're
hey
going
there,
Western today.
partner. How y'all doing? This is the Farcasters podcast. I can't
I
do it.
no, I can't
I'm
either.
butchering it. Absolutely destroying it.
How
there goes a whole demographic of our audience. Just
how
like, all right, I'm
quickly can
fucking done
we
here.
how quickly can we destroy the reputation of the
Yeah.
Farcasters?
Appropriating my accent. I can't believe this.
Oh
Um,
my god.
so a little different today because Karada's not here. He's currently at New York Comic Con having fun without us.
Not being here.
Yeah. So I've left a little image there denoting that as such because I was too lazy to make a podcast layout with just the two of us.
I
So
still really like it. It looks really
yeah,
cute.
I think this works.
Yeah.
Now we just need one for when you're not here and one for when I'm not here.
I can I can still hear him screaming in the background.
Yeah, he's doing some stupid shit probably. I don't know what
Yeah.
he's up to.
Well, how's it going, Tam?
It's going good. It's going good. I'm doing pretty good, just chilling. I've been relaxing more, been taking more breaks from stream, although still streaming quite a bit.
Good,
So that's
good.
all good. How are things in your neck of the woods?
Pretty much the same, actually. I streamed less this week because I've just been kind of taking time for myself. I, for whatever reason, I went on this like huge binge of just cleaning one day. Like
Okay.
I don't know. I woke up one morning and I wasn't feeling 100%. I felt off. And on any other, like maybe a few months ago, I would have just been like, I'm just gonna lay in bed the entire day, you know?
Yeah.
But that day I was like, no, you know what? I'm gonna go on a run, which I did. I'm gonna help out some people, which I did. I'm gonna clean. I cleaned my entire apartment.
Damn.
And I did laundry, which was I really needed to do. And yeah, no, I made sure that my day was super busy and super like I was just keeping busy.
Productive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. And then it was really nice the next morning to wake up to my tidy apartment. And
Yeah.
it made me very happy.
Is it like, are you one of those people where you only get like those spurts of motivation and then you just like get it all done at once and then afterwards you get into like a lull of just not wanting to do anything?
Not do anything. Like I still keep my apartment like decently clean.
Mm-hmm.
But there will definitely be those days where it's just like, all right, we're fucking going. You know?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
it's not like again, it's not like I turn my place into a pigsty, but sometimes the kitchen will get like a little bit like maybe the dishes will pile up a little bit, but like that's as far as I let it most of the time. But then like there'll be other days where it's just like every room needs to be cleaned. Like the bathroom, the freaking kitchen, the living room, like everything.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know why it happens, but it does.
Yeah, I get those like spurts of like super mega motivation to just like clear out the whole room or like sweep the
Yeah.
floors and vacuum everywhere. But then like other days I'm just like what, I think I'm perfectly content with just laying in
Well,
bed
yeah.
and staring at the ceiling. Just
What do I want to
oh
do? Yeah, literally. Well, it was just like I woke up that morning and I was like, I'm not gonna stream. I don't feel in the mood for it. Because I don't know. I felt really weird, and like I was, I think I was watching a stream or whatever, and I was laying on the couch and I was starting to fall asleep, and I was like, I could take a nap right now because I'm not doing anything today. But then I was like, no, you know what? We're gonna go on a run. So I did. It was kind of a short run, but I still felt better when I got home.
there you go.
And then, yeah, no, and then I just kept doing stuff. And then by the time it was like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, like I was ready for bed.
And it's like a really
So,
nice feeling when you're just like laying in bed and you get to like just fully stretch out.
yeah.
Like that's like it's those moments where I'm just like, I could like be here forever.
Honestly, though, like it should be normalized to have a lazy day, you know? Like be able to just lay in bed all day.
That's supposed to be Sunday,
Well,
right? But
yeah. I don't know. I've never treated my Sundays like that. It's usually my
me neither.
Saturday.
It's
The
always
Sundays,
like, for me, it's like Friday afternoon.
yeah, pretty much. It's like it's either Friday evening or Saturday, like all of Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like Sunday is kind of the day where it's like, okay, I need to do chores. I need to like probably, I don't know, do all this stuff, get ready for, the
Monday.
week. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's definitely what would happen when I was still working and stuff, and yeah, I don't know.
It's yeah. No, I'm pretty much in the same boat as you there. But
Yeah.
so you've just been chillaxing a lot. But like, what else have you been up to for the past week?
So that's your segue.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
and now I kind of ruined it by calling it.
Yeah. You called it out, so now it doesn't work. Not very. It's
Well,
pretty on the nose there. She doesn't like to keep things discreet.
look. I gotta appreciate it in the moment, you know? I
Are you the
can't
type
just
of person
silently.
where in a room someone cracks a joke and then you're just like, "Ha, that's a sex joke."
No, but I want to be.
They said the funny number.
They said the funny number. I'll do it like ironically if it's like the joke's starting to
Oh,
run
yeah.
pretty dry or whatever.
Oh, they said 420. Oh,
Blazing.
that's the
Oh my
marijuana number. Oh,
god.
I have a very
Uh,
refined taste in comedy.
I don't know. It's just like it if like we've been saying the joke for a while, then it's just like I'll try to change it up by saying like, "Oh, funny number." Haha. Whoa, look at you go.
You're almost sounding like Karada right now.
Oh no. Please don't say that.
That's illuminating.
That's the worst thing you ever could have. No, I'm kidding. He keeps saying that I'm turning into him, and it's kind of scary that it's true.
That's what happens, you know.
Well, if you hang out with someone a lot, yeah, you're gonna pick up on their mannerisms or whatever, and kind of like if you find what they're doing funny, you kind of want to do it as well.
Mm.
So
So what you're saying is I'm not funny because neither of you are much like me.
what?
I see. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
no,
No.
no, 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 no. See, the thing about your humor is you're so quick wit about it, and it's like my brain doesn't work like that. Whereas just like
So
you'll
here's the secret is that you say I'm quick witted, but it's more like I'm before I get to point C, I've finished point B and I'm like jettisoning off a cliff, and I'm hoping that a trampoline is down at the bottom.
you're just tail spinning and everything.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that like me coming up with shit at breakneck speed will eventually just lead somewhere.
But that's the thing; it always does lead somewhere. Like I don't know, it's
I sound like
but
Charlie Day there.
a little bit. But no, like I don't know. I've told you before. I always like it when like you're calmly talking and just 1 second later you're like, "Shut the fuck up, you shitcock," like something like that. It's just like you're able to exhibit that element of surprise, I
I
guess,
think
for
that's less
me.
of a joke and more just venting frustration, but I do it in a funny way, so
Yeah.
people are more likely to like adhere to it.
Yeah,
You know, that's
exactly.
why like is when I call someone out on their bullshit, I do it in a funny way. So
But you
that
actually mean
they can
it.
look so they can interpret it as a joke, but then they can look internally and also say, "Oh yeah, maybe I was being a bamboo cock," you know? Or whatever the hell I would say in that situation. I
Yeah,
don't know.
exactly.
What the hell
No,
would a
but it's
bamboo
very
cock
effective.
even be?
I don't know.
Maybe I meant to say baboon cock. See, that's what I mean when I say like my mind runs a lot quicker than my mouth does. It's because I probably meant
Mm,
to say baboon cock, but it just came out as bamboo cock.
I could still appreciate it.
I don't know.
It creates a very different picture.
It does. Yeah, those two things can mean very different things.
Oh yeah.
So anyway,
But
speaking about baboon cock, how else? What else did you do during the week?
um well, what have I been working on this week? I think I talked about starting the Heaven's Word relic last week, right? Or is
Yeah,
that
you
this
said
week?
that you're ditching the ARR Zodiac weapons and you want to go all in on the Heaven's Word ones now.
Yeah, I got to Sphere Scrolls in A Realm Reborn, and I just got very confused and scared, and I was like, I can't.
Yeah, they're a
So
lot more fun to do in Heaven's Word.
yeah, so I'm making the Astro relic currently because I saw a video of it and it looks gorgeous.
Sure
And I'm
does.
very excited. And I was looking at videos of all the other relics in the future expansions, and it's like, oh my god,
Did you see the
please.
Bard Heavensward one? The bow.
Yes,
It's
yes.
like it's so like I mean this applies to a lot of the Heavensward ones, but like it's just like just cover your whole entire character model in like this like blinding light.
Yeah,
Just like it's like the bow itself is already huge, like Monster Hunter sized bow. But
yep.
then you pull it out and then it's just like
I
like
know.
this like huge like just like halo energy sword just like appears and it's like the most obnoxious large thing ever and it's great.
I know. I was gonna say I don't know if I've ever seen you use the Heavensward
I
relic,
used to.
but
I used to. And then I
okay.
was like, I think I like looking at my character. I think
Yeah.
I want to see what my character is doing, like from the front, instead of like, just seeing a Halo energy sword staring back at me.
No, that's totally fair. Um, but yeah, no. So yesterday I attended a wedding in Final Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually pretty interesting to watch. Like, I didn't expect them to go so in with the cutscenes and everything.
So
It's
which
actually,
was it the Moogle?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's the best one.
So, yep, it was pretty fun to watch. Really cute though. And obviously, as a guest, I got like a few minions out of it, so that was kind of cool. Because I think they were going for like the gold wedding, which
Okay.
I don't know. The way that they do it is kind of weird because you can go for the standard, which is free, and you get like no options of customization. You can go with the gold, which gives some, and then the platinum, which gives all.
Right, yeah.
And it's just kind of like I for like a 5-minute reception in a chapel that, you might be inviting a lot of people to, you might not be. I don't know.
How many people were there?
I think there was about like 10 people.
Okay, okay, I see.
So, it was decent. It was decently sized, I guess.
Were y'all just trolling around in the um in the audience?
Well, they actually start you in the waiting room
Yeah.
at first, so that was kind of cool to sit in for a bit. I logged onto Final Fantasy and started to panic because I realized I had like no appropriate attire.
Yeah, you gotta look the part.
Yeah, so I kind of like went with like my dancer, which has like this kind of royal look to it in a way. So it's just
There you
like,
go.
this is good enough, I guess. Um, and yeah, no, it was a lot of fun to watch. We got party poppers as well, which are like the size of like two humans.
It's big, like you could fit like 12 Lalafels in one.
You literally could.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like a tent.
I actually think there were no Lalafels there, so I couldn't see any of them use the party popper.
It's the
Now that
best.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it. So, yeah, no, it was fun to watch that. And then the bride and groom were going to get divorced 10 minutes after they got married because they started fighting. Um, Somehow I got involved.
Were you instigating?
No. I
You
was just,
instigating? You were egging them
no,
on,
no, I was just dragged in. And then,
stoking the fires of divorce.
so they were like, we're getting divorced. And then the groom went, I'm pregnant though. And then they tried to get divorced, but fun fact, you can't get divorced until 10 days after you get married.
So now they just have to grumpily be married
Yep.
for the next 10 days
Yes. So
before
that's
they
a fun
get
fact
divorced.
for that's a fact for people that are thinking of getting married.
And want to get immediately divorced.
You gotta wait 10 days.
Yeah.
10 real days. So
You just have
um
to tolerate each other's company.
yeah, or just don't play the game.
That's a way to tolerate their
Oh yeah.
company.
But otherwise, I also played Little Nightmares yesterday.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the second one came out recently, right?
Yeah, I think a few months ago.
Yeah. I remember seeing a lot of buzz about it. I think I actually own Little Nightmares,
What'd you think though?
but it was good. I'm not really the biggest fan of scary games,
Yeah, you've made
so
that evident. Yeah.
so I don't know. Like, well, okay, I'm fine with them as long as it's not body horror, but it's surprisingly hard to find those games where it's just jump scares and not like gross bleh, you know?
Right.
So, but I don't know. Little Nightmares kind of had that creep factor without the body horror. There were some parts where I was like, all right, I'm a little bit disturbed.
Yeah,
Um,
I think indie horror games are like right up your alley
yeah.
because they don't have the budget to make like realistic gore and stuff like that and all these like blood effects. So they really need to use their budget wisely and go for more a psychological thrill ride
Mhm.
than like, and I guess they have to rely on like jump scares more, I suppose, but um they don't have the budget to like animate some fancy like Mortal Kombat levels of gore, you
Yeah,
know.
that's kind of what I appreciate.
Yeah.
Little Nightmares is still a beautiful game. Like,
Yeah, really
it's very
atmospheric.
yeah, it's very grim, and there's not a lot of music from what I could tell. Like, obviously, when you're getting chased or whatever, then it kind of picks up. But like, there's one part near the end of the game where there's a character that's singing or humming,
Mhm.
and it's freaking creepy. It's really pretty, but it's creepy. And it's just like it's a character that can very easily kill you. So we had to sneak past her, and once we like accidentally made noise in the other room, she stopped humming.
Oh.
And it's just like, oh, that's terrifying
Mhm.
because you can't see her, but you can hear her, and it's just like,
She
oh
knows
god.
something's amiss.
Yeah,
Did
and it
you
was oh
was
god.
that noise that you made, was it avoidable or was it like an accident?
It was not avoidable, you had to.
Oh, okay.
So it was just it's still, like, super stressful.
Mhm.
And so no, it was a lot of fun to experience that, a lot better than Visage, because that game kinda, like, I don't know, it's really
It's
scary.
one of those first person horror games which are kind of hit and miss in my opinion.
A little bit, but this game kinda did it very well in the fact that, like, when you're walking around, you have to use a camera. Look, like, at least for the one
Kind
that
of
we were doing.
like Outlast.
Yeah. Well, like, the chapter that we were doing was a little girl,
Mhm.
and kinda to see her spirit or to see her ghost, you have to use a camera and the flash,
Mm. Kind
but
of
then
like
you also
Fatal
have
Frame.
to yeah, in a way, and it's terrifying. I didn't like it, and freaking Phil didn't like it either, we were so stressed.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah, no, spooky times are among us, so,
Among
you
Us?
know. No, don't.
I won't. I won't. That's I just that it needs to be buried under the prison. That joke.
I'm
It's too
surprised it hasn't been already.
I know, it's still too relevant. But
But,
anyway.
I think we're gonna be playing Phasmophobia at some point.
Oh, they're having a new update for that, right?
Are they?
I think so, on Halloween.
I have no idea, but I'm super hyped if they are because I played it recently and the game has changed a lot.
Yeah, I have a friend group who's like super into Phasmo. So, and they were like really hyping it up. I've never been that interested in Phasmo. I've played it once, and
Mm.
that's honestly all I needed. So,
I that clip, I just
oh yeah, me screaming to the heavens.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the most genuine you're gonna hear me scream on my stream ever.
But you still got a picture of the ghost if I remember.
No, I didn't.
I thought you did.
The funny thing is, like, I weaved the camera shots like in between when it was flicking on and off the ghost.
Mm.
So it's like we went back and looked at all the photos I took, and it was like not a single one had the ghost in it.
Oh my god, that's the worst.
Yeah.
But no, Tim, you should join us for Phasmophobia.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Farcasters Phasmo.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Thanks. Thanks. But no.
But yeah, that's pretty much been actually also freaking I've been trying to figure out my ID and my password for my old Final Fantasy character.
Right.
Because one
Yeah,
of
tell
our
everyone the
friends,
story of this.
yeah, one of my, so like last year or 2 years, not 2 years ago, but probably last year, I made a character that I quickly gave up because I was just like,
Yeah.
I don't care
In Final
about
Fantasy
this game right
14.
now. Yes.
Yeah.
And it was just like I wanted to make a new character, so I just made a new account. It was maybe I also couldn't remember what my old login was, whatever. So I did that, and that's been fine. And then I changed worlds to Excalibur, and I thought everything was fine. You actually have to change your name when you change servers as well. Um, but then it was like I wanted to try and change my name back to ForestRaider. I can't. The name, like I thought at first it was just like, oh, the name, like they don't want you to change your name back to the original, whatever. But actually, and someone brought this to my attention that my old character that I made a year ago is called ForestRaider, and it's on Excalibur. And I didn't realize it's on Excalibur. I thought it was on a different data center
Yeah.
entirely.
What are the odds?
So it's just like now I'm trying to figure out what my old login is so I can delete this character and get my old name back because I'm sick of having ForestRaider with 2 R's and Raider. It's really pissing me off.
Good luck trying to recover that password with Square Enix's jank systems.
I can't. Like all of the security questions are wrong and it's like I know this is the answer.
You've turned into a completely different person since those
Well,
security
it's just
questions
like
were asked.
this security question involves like someone else and it's like I know this answer.
What's your mother's maiden name?
Literally. That's it. And it's just like, I know her maiden name. It doesn't change. Why is this not being accepted?
Case sensitive? I don't know. Maybe you typoed it
I don't
the first time
know.
you entered it in.
Maybe.
So now it's like the actual answer is a typo. I'm
I'll have
always
to
like extremely
Same.
anxious about that. I'm like, oh
Me
god,
too.
is my password a typo?
So I don't know. I might have to contact like customer support or something.
Oh my
We'll
gosh,
see.
that might put you down an even deeper rabbit hole.
Bruh, for my old name, it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
So otherwise, I might just change my entire identity. No more ForestRaider.
I'm
We're gonna
not
be known as
Forest, I'm
something.
now Raider Forest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So that's been my frustration this week.
Okay.
And how about you?
I think the most notable thing I've done this week has been starting Metroid Dread.
Ooh,
A little game called Metroid Dread.
you might have heard of it.
Yeah, let me tell you, this game is well, so far it's incredible.
Hmm.
It is absolutely incredible. I haven't played many Metroid games to completion, especially 2D Metroid games.
Yeah.
Haven't played many of them, but like, my god, this game is like so addicting. And it is so good. It's quite possibly like one of the best video gaming experiences I've had this year. I'm not even kidding. Like,
Holy crap.
the controls are so tight. Everything just works. Samus looks
Ooh.
great. I don't know. It's a feeling that I've missed in video games, I feel like. You know?
Mm.
And like, granted, I'm only a few hours in, so like maybe that honeymoon phase will wear off, but I looked it up. So Monster Hunter Stories 2, I stopped playing that game at around the 27-hour mark.
Mm-hmm.
The time to beat Metroid Dread is like somewhere between like 10 and 11 hours.
That's what I heard, yeah.
So I'm confident that I'm just gonna enjoy it all the way through.
Oh yeah.
You know? And I think it's indicative of like my taste in video games now, especially single player video games, and that the shorter it is, the better for me.
Okay.
Maybe not too short. Like if I can just finish a game in like 2 hours, then it's like what the hell, but like, you know, anywhere
Yeah.
between that like 10 to 20-hour range, maybe even shorter. I don't know. Because like one of my other favorite games is Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, and you can finish that game in like 7 hours.
Really? Oh.
maybe even shorter. Probably shorter, like 3 hours maybe.
Jesus. Well, how much was this game?
Okay, so that's the biggest downside is that this game
Is
was
it full price?
it's $60.
Uh,
And it is a Nintendo game, which means you're never gonna see this game go on sale. At least
Nope.
digitally.
nope.
Digitally, this game is $60 forever.
Mhm.
Forever. 10 years later, when we're all playing on, other hardware, and they still have a digital storefront, Metroid Dread is still gonna be $60.
Yep.
But here's the thing: is that when you buy a Nintendo game at full price, you're buying an investment. Because if you play like if you buy what's a new AAA game that has come out recently?
The
Far Cry
Tales
6.
of a Okay.
Far Cry 6. In 5 months, you know what's gonna happen to Far Cry 6? It's gonna
What?
go down to like $40. Okay,
Okay.
maybe not 5 months, maybe like a year. Maybe
Yeah.
in a year, it's gonna go down to like $40 or $50, right?
Mhm.
Well, fuck. You bought it at full price at launch. So now you're getting that buyer's remorse. But with Nintendo games, you never get that buyer's remorse. Because 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 years from now, you're still paying $60. This is the worst justification I've ever come up with for full price Nintendo games, by the way.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Well, here, I can make it a bit better.
Okay.
When you're buying this game, you're also getting those gold points.
Oh, I can
With-
get like a
You can get-
a pencil sharpener with Nintendo's N on it. Oh
No!
man. Here's this pencil with an eraser that looks like Mario's cap.
Oh my god.
Nice. Oh no, it broke during shipping. Can I get a new one? No.
No. That'll be another 500 gold
Yeah,
points.
that'll be another 500 Nintendo bucks.
Oh my god.
I've never taken advantage of like the Club Nintendo stuff.
Well, I'm saying more for like the gold points, so you can apply them at checkout and you get dollars off.
I don't know if I've ever done that.
Well, you
Does it-
might
does
have
it-
a.
Maybe I have a ton. I don't know. Maybe I could have like
can-
only paid $10 for Metroid Dread.
Maybe
Maybe
if you haven't been using them, and like you're also I think you can get gold points from your physical copies as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, definitely use them up when you get enough.
Well, shit.
So
But anyway,
well, there you go.
yeah, I'm only like about 2 hours into Metroid Dread. I've made it to the second area. I've beaten the first boss.
Nice.
And I've made it to the second area. And yeah, this like whether or not you have a history of Metroid, I think Metroid Dread is definitely worth a playthrough.
Okay.
Definitely, especially since it's so short and sweet. Samus is such a badass. Like, oh my gosh. So, I don't know if you're familiar with Metroid Other M, which is the Team Ninja Metroid game that came out for the Wii.
No idea.
But the most infamous thing that game ever did was assassinate Samus's character.
What?
Like I meant her not like she didn't literally die. I meant
okay.
like it committed some big character assassination
Yeah.
of Samus, where she became this like wimpy little toddler who was constantly being undermined by her superiors, who couldn't use abilities because she literally didn't have authorization to use them. There's this like really infamous scene in Other M where you're traveling in this like lava area and you're constantly taking damage, right? Because it's like a lava area.
Yeah.
And then like, you get like maybe like halfway through the area before your commanding officer chimes in and he's like, "You now have authorization to use your heat resistance."
Oh.
And it's like, "Wait, what?"
Why?
Cuz like okay, so like Metroid games are pretty infamous for like taking away Samus's abilities at the beginning of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So that you can actually progress through the game with like, new abilities and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's always like some loose justification that they come up with, like say like, oh no, her ship crash landed and she lost all her upgrades. Or in the case of Dread, some asshole Chozo literally chokes the life out of you and then like blasts you with some like super ray that like destroys your armor and makes it
Yeah.
like revert back to like, you know, a weird fusion suit. But
Mhm.
no, in Other M, she has all her abilities. It's literally just you don't have authorization to use them until we say so. You know? So it's like
I
very undermining of Samus's character. She's like there's a point in the story where she's like kind of like a lost puppy following her commanding officer around. It's horrible.
that like fills me with rage, and I don't even like Metroid. Well,
It's
not that I don't like it, but I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, but you know Samus, and you know how much of
Of
like
course.
a badass she's supposed to be. Well, I think
Mhm.
Metroid Dread is kind of just pretending that Other M never existed. Like, there's like a specific cutscene when I killed the first boss where Samus walks with such confidence and such like disregard. It's amazing. I remember watching another streamer playing this after I finished my stream.
Mhm.
And literally, independent from each other, the chat room was going, "Oh my god, she's so cool." Because like the
Yeah,
way
like
I like, let me see if I can find it in my VOD here because it's
I don't
like
know. She's just such a powerful character.
she's great. She's great.
Yeah, she's
Um,
such a badass.
I'm trying to find it in my Oh, here we go. Here we go. I got it. So you can take a look here.
Okay,
So this was the first boss. Not really a spoiler. It's like literally the first boss that you fight.
that's fine.
But let me see if I can to the point. Okay, yeah. So it's like right here in this ending cutscene. Like, just look at the way she's like composing herself and like walking. It's like, man, you would not get this Samus in Other M. Dude, she's just casually charging her charge shot right here. Like, yeah, I'm about to bust this guy up. Then look at the way she holds up her arm cannon.
Oh man, I love Samus.
Dude! Oh my god, that was the moment where I was like, oh my god. You see me right there?
Yeah,
She's holding it
I
up like
see you.
she was doing like this, like holding it up like a G, like her
Yeah,
sideways gun. It's
it's
incredible.
really good.
I love this game. It's making me want to go back and revisit some of the other Metroid games as well. Because
Do it.
I played Super Metroid fucking ages ago. Same with Metroid Fusion. Um, I played Metroid Samus Returns on the 3DS, but I never finished it.
Okay.
I have played the Prime games though, and those games are fun. Those are the first person shooter Metroid games.
Ooh.
Yeah, have you never
Huh.
played the Prime games or heard of
No,
them?
I've never played a Metroid game.
That's you know what that's understandable because not many people have.
I like obviously I've wanted to, but
And Nintendo
nope.
wants to make sure that you never play Metroid games because they never make
Yeah,
them easily available.
freaking yeah, I know.
The Metroid Prime Trilogy collection on the Wii is like one of the most valuable games on that platform, I think.
Well, actually, I think like I don't know if Metroid was included with this collection, but like I don't know if you ever played Super Smash Bros. Brawl,
Oh yeah,
where
of
they had
course.
like trial versions of like older games.
Oh yeah. They had that like weird yeah, they had this weird like collections thing where you could play like 20-second trials of like games or something.
Yeah, like literally a 5 minute trial, and then it would just like, and then your trial would be up, and it's like, oh, sorry, like
You want to go to the
I.
store page and buy it?
But it's like,
Like,
why am I looking to buy this older N64 or like Super Nintendo game?
are you kidding me?
What I mean, like when I'm playing Brawl, it's just like, why are you giving me a 5 minute trial?
They're trying to upsell you. They're trying to upsell you. You know, it's like when you go to the grocery store and you see some like a Hershey bar right there, and you're just like, you know what? I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna cop that. You know, that was like the golden age of Nintendo's Virtual Console, just like making a lot of their old shit readily available for you to just buy on the Wii. And nowadays, it's
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, the only way to legitimately play Super Metroid is to find a Super Nintendo somewhere.
Oh,
Get a Super Nintendo cartridge for Super Metroid and fucking play it on a CRT.
bruh.
Infuriating. Actually, no. Maybe it's. Did they come out with one of those? I know they came out with the mini NES. Did they
Oh,
come out
that's
with a mini
true.
SNES?
I think they did.
the SNES Classic, yeah. Did they come out
Yeah,
with one of those? Because I guess that's another legitimate way to play it.
the actual legitimate way to play it.
I
Yeah,
totally forgot that came out. I totally forgot that
yeah.
was a thing. But I
I
mean,
don't
like,
know. I don't really look into those.
and the
Even
Switch
like,
Online like rotates the games every month, so it's like
do they
nothing's ever
actually?
permanently. I think so. Like,
I
unless they change the way it works, that's how it
I thought
started
they were
with.
just. Yeah, I thought they were just adding the games to the library, and then they just were there.
No,
I
it's
didn't
like for a
know.
month you get to play them, and then it's like after the month's over, it's like here's some new games that
How do
you
they
can play.
always do that with their games? Like, they dangle it in front of you, and it's like, "Huh, you like this? You
Well,
like
it's
this
like
game? Well, tough shit, it's going in the vault forever."
same thing with that like Super Mario 3D collection that they had, where
Yeah.
it's like after March, fuck you.
Can't play it, but, oh, watch this, it's gonna be in limited supply as well.
Limited digital supply. That's
Yeah.
the thing. It's like
Why? It makes no
yeah.
sense.
Oh my god. Hold on. Let me get. Be
I
right back,
actually
guys.
oh god. Alright. So, podcast time. For myself, I actually thought that was my phone for a second as well. I was really
No,
scared.
yeah, and because of
Ye
this, because of the office setup that I have, I forgot about like this wall phone. So it's
I
just like,
I I have the exact same ringer, like, it does the same ringtone as well, where, like, it repeats the number back to you, right?
mm-hmm.
So it's just like, I definitely can't have this going, 'cause
One day
I don't wanna accidentally.
you're gonna hear it on the podcast, and the robot voice is gonna say like IRS.
Well, it's just like if my dad calls, it says his name, like his full name, and it's like, I don't wanna accidentally, like,
Just
you know,
dox your dad.
well, dox myself.
Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. But yeah, what were we talking about?
Dread,
Yeah, and SNES and stuff.
SNES,
Yeah, I mean
yeah.
that's about it. That's about all I have about that. And then on the FF14 side of things, we've been progging the more savage raids, which those have been going well. Those have been going well. Not much I can say about it other than
Oh, nice.
yeah, it's always fun as usual.
Yeah,
Um,
I look in for a second at your stream because I don't want spoilers, and then I get overwhelmed immediately by what you're doing, and it's like, "Alright."
yeah, yeah. No, I felt overwhelmed as well. Um, I also did that new event quest for Monster Hunter Rise. The
Oh, yeah.
the double Apex Diablos quest.
How was that?
I don't know what the reward is. Frankly, I don't care what the reward is, but it was a fun quest just because like I don't know, I just Rise is fun to play, you know?
It is.
And what I always wanted was like more quest variety. And
Yeah.
the event
Ooh.
the event quests have been like, pretty good in that regard, I think. It's like yeah, it's just two Apex Diabloses, but like it feels different. I don't know.
It's still intense.
It's still intense. It's and I think they might be like amped up a little. Probably not. I was probably just imagining things, but I don't know what the reward is, but I'm pretty sure that they're crowned
Oh, are
because
they?
yeah, because like the size disparity between the two were like massive.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I like, even just watching you play, it's like, I really wanna play this game again.
Well,
Like, I
next
miss.
week, actually this week, the PC demo's coming out, I
That's
believe.
true.
So like
Are you gonna
oh hell yeah. Oh
Oh
hell yeah,
my god.
you better believe it. I don't know if this one's gonna have Magnum Malo in it. Because
I
like
hope it does.
like when they were showing it in the trailer, they only had like Great Azuchi, uh, was whatever the second one was.
Yeah. Mizu.
Mizu. Wait, Great Azuchi, Mizu. Well, I guess maybe Magnum Malo was there. I remember like three monsters being there. Whatever. It's no. It's I think it's like Arzuros, Great Azuchi, and Mizutsune, right?
Well, I mean, Arzuros was in the West, wasn't it? Like, it wasn't actually, like, said that
Oh, it wasn't the
go
main
hunt
objective.
Arzuros?
I don't know. I forget. But I mean, we get to play it on PC next week or this week. So just fucking look forward to seeing how well this game can run on your PC. Which I think the minimum requirements are the same as Worlds, but maybe that's just like they just decided to copy paste that over.
I
I
thought
think the
someone-
recommended. I think the recommended is like a little below Worlds recommended though.
Yeah, I think that's what someone was saying, that they might actually be able to play the game on their like crappy laptop or whatever they were saying.
Yeah,
So we'll see.
I'm just like, for me, seeing Rise at 60 FPS, it feels like a different game.
It
Like,
really
I know
does.
that sounds like an exaggeration, but like, I don't know. I honestly do think that like
Well,
that uncapped frame rate like makes a huge difference.
even just like looking at the trailer for it and like the gameplay stuff that you were showing last week, like holy crap, it looks amazing. Like just how fluid everything is, and even like the hair on Mizu or whatever, like how it flows, and just
Yeah,
it's too good.
yeah. I'm just like watching like the Tigrex exhaust axe, and I'm just like, oh my god, Switch Axe is so much. Every weapon is fun in Rise.
It really is.
I love it. I
It's
love it
just
so
like
much.
I want to play the game again now because it's
Yeah,
just like it's such a
and
game that I can turn my brain off to.
yeah, and it's like for a while the weekly drip of event quests was like kind of boring. It was like, oh yeah, fight a single Tetranodon to get an emo, and I'm like, just a Tetranodon. But then they like they introduce some more interesting quests like an Apex Mizu and an Apex Thunderlord or an Apex Zenogre at the same time,
Yeah, that's
or
true.
like Apex Rathian and Rathalos at the same time. And it's like, oh my gosh, give me more of these,
Yeah.
you know?
I like even it was kind of cool to see the community make their own challenges though.
Mhm.
And I still really want to go back and try this. How did that Diablos miss you?
I'm amazing. That's why.
um but there was one of my friends was doing the All Mother challenge, which is basically strip off all your armor. You can use whatever weapon you want to, but try to defeat the All Mother with no armor and no talisman, I
Mhm.
believe. I tried it maybe 2 times and it was really, really hard, but really fun.
Wait, so you succeeded?
I didn't succeed, but I tried it twice and I think I got to like maybe just before the Elder comes in, like the Elder Dragon comes in to fight Narwa.
Oh, okay.
I want to say, but I'm not positive.
Yeah. We need like an event quest that's like it's just like Teostra, Kushala, and Chameleos, all in the
Oh
Infernal
yeah.
Springs.
God, I
Not
really
at the
want them
same
to use
time, but like
I want them to use that area more.
yeah,
It's such a nice area, and it's just like it's randomly there. Like there's no reason for it. Or maybe there is. Maybe there's like something with
Sunbreak.
maybe, or maybe there was just like some hidden lore with the secret messages that I never knew.
Well, it's like it's kind of a So like you notice there's like pinwheels on the map, and then like
Yeah,
little stacked rocks. Those are a
yeah.
commemoration for like dead children and stuff.
That's what I've heard, and it's very grim.
Yeah, yeah. It's a pretty dark area if you look at the
Uh,
if the symbolism behind it. But it's
yeah.
like like all those dead hunters and
Oh,
maybe children as well. Probably like victims of the rampage, maybe.
maybe. I don't
Um,
know. It's hard to say. Um, but anyway, with your week,
yeah, that's been my week in a nutshell.
have you made any progress on that mod, by the
No,
way?
I think I'm like, I think I might just like set that aside until some more developments come around, whether they decide to upload to another site that I can more easily access things, or if, you know, I somehow come across someone who has an account. I don't know. We'll
Dang.
see, but like for now I'm just gonna shelve that. Um
Mhm.
keep that there. But I'm trying to think of anything else that I've been up to.
Uh,
Nothing nothing really.
yeah, it's been a pretty low key week, I'd say.
Yeah. I did watch that Smash thing, which I guess we can talk about that. It's not
Yep.
really Monster Hunter related, but I think it's relevant to a lot of people because they really like Kingdom Hearts and they really like Smash.
Oh yeah.
Sora is the last DLC character in Smash Brothers.
Yep. They finally
Um,
did it.
they finally did it, which is like, holy shit. No one thought it was like gonna happen because Disney's like really I think it's Disney. That's like the
Yeah.
main reason why this never really happened.
Didn't you share a video of kind of like the legal rights behind it or whatever. And,
Yeah,
like, what?
yeah, I didn't watch all of it, but like there are some like Kingdom Hearts is in like some like weird copyright limbo between Disney
Mm,
and Square Enix.
really?
Yeah, because Disney like owns like all of Kingdom Hearts. Well, like not all of it, but like they have
Most.
like the same ownership over it as Square Enix, including a
Mm-hmm.
lot of the characters. I think the characters that are like original to Kingdom Hearts to a certain degree are owned by Square Enix, which is why they were so easily able to use like Riku and Roxas and like those background arts.
Yeah.
But Disney characters like Goofy and Donald and Mickey are like fuck you.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Yeah. And there must have been some corporate mandate behind the crossover because like the only way to get one of the music tracks in the game is like to have a save file of melodies of memory or something, or memory of melodies, whatever the rhythm game was for
Really?
Kingdom Hearts. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like there was probably some mandate put in by Disney that was like, all right, but you got to upsell our product too, you know. So now Sora and Mario can shake hands as corporate overlords and copyright strike everyone on the internet together.
What did you think of this trailer, by the way?
This trailer was great until I realized it was Sora.
So I'm assuming, are you not
No,
a
no,
fan of
I
Sora?
like Sora's fine. It's mostly the stuff around Sora that I don't like, the story of Kingdom Hearts and stuff. But like I was one of those people who like legitimately thought it was gonna be like a Dark Souls character at the very
Me
beginning.
too. Seeing that campfire,
Mm-hmm.
like,
Yeah.
or the bonfire, sorry, like,
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, I could totally, well, because like I woke up and like I was immediately told like that Sora's in Smash before I even got to see the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
But like I saw the bonfire, I was like, oh, wow, that would be so cool if we had a Dark Souls character.
I legitimately thought it was gonna be Solaire of Astora because like the way the Smash logo looked up there, it was like a sun.
Yeah.
And then it's like it dropped into like a bonfire, so I was expecting Mario to like be there. And then you just see like Solaire's helmet, and then he does this, and
Ugh.
then it's like Solaire praises the sun, you know.
Yeah.
But no, I was like, I was like 90% certain until they showed the Mickey Mouse keychain, and I was like, oh,
Uh-oh.
yeah. Like again,
Yeah.
nothing against Sora, but like, I mean, what's your history with the Kingdom Hearts games?
Non-existent.
Okay. Um.
I saw my friend briefly play it. I think Kingdom Hearts 3,
Mhm.
and because I was just like, she dragged me into a call because like Karada and I were arguing about the mango debate again, being funny. And so I was just watching her play this and I was very confused, but it does look really cool. Like a really good game.
It's an action RPG
Yeah.
series. Um, I first played Kingdom Hearts in 2002. I think my sister got it. And then I like played it myself, finished it, played the first one, loved it. Played Kingdom Hearts 2, loved it. And then waited like God, how long was it between Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3? Like
I know it was long.
I want to say like 12 years. More than that, maybe.
Bro.
15 years? Was it 15 years?
Especially for like a game series like that, like where it's kind of, for, I don't know, kids in a way. Not like necessarily, obviously, but I don't know.
Oh, is it for kids with so many people thirsting over Aqua? I don't know.
Oh god.
It reminds me of that ProZD video. It's like, Aqua got Norded. That sounds vaguely sexual. I want her to step on me. That sounds very sexual.
Oh my god.
Um, but I've played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. I haven't played any of the I almost said spin-off games, but like they're not spin-off games because they're very integral to the lore. In fact, I've heard this said unironically in that the most integral game in the Kingdom Hearts series to the lore of Kingdom Hearts is the mobile game that
Oh.
explains a lot of the backstory of the the Grandmasters and the Keyblade and it's crazy. And people are like, Tam, if you just read up on the Kingdom Hearts lore, it all makes sense. I've read up on it. It does make sense, but it makes sense in a way that's like, from point A to point B, you take about 50 tangents along the way, loop back to A about 12 times, and then make it to C, and then you go back to B, and that's where you end up.
That's
like, it's crazy. But like, if you have followed all like Kingdom Hearts media and like have played all the games, then it probably makes perfect sense, because like you're taking step by step along the way, with how the story's told.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's just nutso butso, man.
Yeah.
And I played part of 3, but I stopped playing 3 because for three reasons. The first one is there's no Final Fantasy characters in 3, at least not in the base game. Which the whole appeal behind Kingdom Hearts was the fact that it was like a Disney Final Fantasy crossover. Like we first saw the TV commercial in 2002 with like these like gorgeous visuals and the simple and clean song playing, and we were like, oh fuck. Dude, that original TV commercial for Kingdom Hearts 1 sold so many people on the game. Because you saw Disney, you saw Final Fantasy cinematics, you're just like, and you hear this badass song by Utada Hikaru, and you're just like, fuck, get that for me.
Yeah, take my money.
I want that. I want it. And then Kingdom Hearts 2 rolls around, has probably the best action RPG combat I've ever played. And I'm not even exaggerating. Wow. Kingdom Hearts 2's combat is incredible. Definitely my favorite Kingdom Hearts game that I've played. And then Kingdom Hearts 3 takes away the Final Fantasy. Basically adds all the lore from every previous Final Fantasy game, including the spin-offs, expects you to know about it. They'll give like this 30-second recap with like Riku and Mickey Mouse trying to recap the story so far, and it's like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Yeah, I don't like it when games do that.
It's like, oh right, and then Xehanort took possession of Terra and then created more clones of himself, made another Organization 13 with 12 different clones of himself from different timelines. Oh yeah, Riku, that's right. And then that's what it's like, and it's like, what the hell? What even is Kingdom Hearts? I don't even know. But like that was the second reason, is the convoluted lore. It was like, I can't get invested in anything because I don't know anything.
Yeah.
And then the third reason was the combat was fun at first, but then it devolved into hit the enemies a bunch until you can press triangle, and then you press triangle to board a Disney ride and then win the encounter.
Oh.
I'm diluting it a lot, by the way.
It's kind of like
a lot of there's probably Kingdom Hearts fans out there, Kingdom Hearts diehards who are listening to this, who just want to fucking castrate me right now.
Oh god.
But like, that's the honest reaction I had to the combat, especially coming off of Kingdom Hearts 2, which had like the best action RPG combat I've ever played. Like Kingdom Hearts 3 was just like, man, he just watered everything down and made it so easy. I don't know.
God,
that was my impression of it, but like,
okay, yeah, I don't know. It's like, even looking at the trailer for Sora though, like he looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm gonna pick him up right away. I might wait a little bit, especially since I don't play a lot of Smash anymore. But I don't know. He's got like a lot of aspects to him where everyone's already saying that he's super broken.
They say that about like every DLC character.
That's true. Like. They did say that a lot about Min Min. But yeah, I don't know. It's like it looks a lot of fun. I'm pretty excited.
He animates ridiculously well.
Yeah.
They put a lot of work into this guy.
They did. Even like looking at his like leaps earlier, it's like, wow, it's very fluid.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So I'm sure people like be able to have a lot of fun with him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I'll say one last thing about Kingdom Hearts 3. Mm-hmm. A lot of the Disney worlds basically boil down to just like summaries of the movie. And I think that it's most apparent in the Tangled world and the Frozen world, where it's like you literally just go through the story beats of the movie to the point where in the Frozen world they do like a shot by shot recreation of Let It Go. Like
Wait,
shot by shot. I'm not even kidding. It is I'm gonna look it up right now. Kingdom Hearts.
Just make sure that you have the video muted.
Oh
so
yeah, it's super muted. Comparison. Okay, let's see a side by side comparison. Yeah, here we go.
Is there actually a video of this?
Yeah. So on the left is Kingdom Hearts 3, and on the right is the movie Frozen. I need to put a bunch of bullshit over the screen so that Twitch doesn't flag this as like me showing movies on.
Oh crap!
It's like a shot for shot recreation, except for like some scenes spliced in of like Sora, Riku, and Donald being like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah.
Let me
yeah, make sure that they
There we go. Yeah, look at this. They like recreated it. But the funny thing is, apparently there was like a visual glitch in the actual theatrical release where like her like cloak does something weird, and they actually fixed it in the Kingdom Hearts 3 version.
Oh really?
Yeah, but it's an exact 1-for-1 like recreation for a lot of the scenes, and it's like, man, like that's a lot of effort put in, right? That's a lot of effort put in for this, but I think a lot of people were looking forward to like maybe like an original storyline, like we've seen in other Kingdom Hearts games, where it's like we don't just go through the story beats of what happened in the movie. You know, it's more involved. It kind of felt like Sora, Donald, and Goofy were spectators in a lot of these worlds instead of actively being participants in them. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my Kingdom Hearts 3 rant.
Okay. I don't know. I have very limited information when it comes to Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
But no, it seems like I'm sure like, everybody's just gonna be super satisfied with the fact that Sora's the last fighter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still kind of surprised they didn't do Gino.
I'm not.
But at the same time, it's kind of like
Gino is from a like over 20-year-old Super Nintendo game that only appeared once.
Yeah.
He was a
That's
rather
the biggest thing.
he was a good character in that game, but like he doesn't have like any more relevance, you know?
It's just more of like they said that they were pulling from that voting ballot thing they did, right? Like they were looking at the results.
Yeah, and
I
think people overblow how popular Gino actually is.
Probably. But I don't know. I just like constantly hear about it, and it's just like I don't know.
There's a gigantic well, I shouldn't say gigantic. A very loud vocal group who want Gino in. And then there's everyone else who's like, literally who?
Oh yeah.
I know Sora, but who the hell is Gino? You know?
To be fair, I don't know Gino. I just know the name and the character, how it looks.
Exactly. A lot of people only know about Gino through Smash.
Yeah.
Through just talking about him because of Smash. It was like it was probably just like one person on like a Smash Bros forum or something one day who was just like, Gino should be in Smash.
Well, to be fair, I didn't know who Ness and Lucas were before I played Smash. Like I
mean, that's also fair.
So,
they're in like an established franchise though. Like,
that's true.
The Mother / Earthbound series. He only appeared in one spin-off RPG game for Mario. You know?
Yeah, true.
He had a cool attack though.
Oh?
He could like shoot like bullets out of his fingers.
Okay. Wait, so who were you hoping to get into Smash if you wanted any character?
Any character? I mean, a lot of my biggest hopes like died. Like Dante. And a Monster Hunter character. That was the top of my list, was a Monster Hunter character.
Same. A Palico.
Yeah, or just a generic hunter, like I'd be okay with.
Yeah.
Um, Raiden from Metal Gear Rising.
Oh my god.
He was already like a sticker or a spirit in Ultimate already. But like, I mean, I want Raiden and Snake to fight with each other again.
Yeah.
But I mean, in the trailer, as I was watching the trailer, I was like, oh fuck, yes, Dark Souls character. I wanted it
Mm.
so bad. Um, but yeah, those were like probably my most wanted. What were you looking for if it wasn't
Uh,
Sora?
I don't know. It's just like I really wanted the Palico. Because it's just like they've got so many tools with them. It's like you could put a trap, and it's kind of like, what I think it was like the villager. No, they wouldn't dig and like bury someone, right? Or did that happen? I can't
No,
remember them.
they could like plant a tree or something.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like I want to see a Palico. I feel like there was another character that I wanted to see for a while, but I stopped caring about the series.
Honestly, I think because like the question naturally is where does Smash go from here? Because this is
It
reportedly
doesn't.
Sakurai's. Sakurai said that he was done with Smash since he made Melee.
That's
Like,
true. He keeps saying that he's done,
and
and then they
then
keep bringing him back.
and then after Brawl was done, he said it was his last one. And to the point where the tagline for Brawl was like the Brawl to end them all or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And then
Well,
he made Smash 4. And
yeah.
now he's making this one, and now he's like, I'm bowing out. But this time it feels like it's actually an ultimatum.
Well, yeah, because like after every single game as well, he said that like it's getting to a point where he can't even use his mouse anymore because it's so physically draining on him.
Dude, I'm concerned that like if he tries to direct another video game, he's just gonna die.
He's just gonna end up in the hospital, and it's like,
Yeah,
please, bro, like
but it's
take
like,
care of yourself.
I mean, Sakurai might be done with Smash, but I don't think Nintendo is.
Probably not.
And
Well,
if they
even
can't
like,
get Sakurai to make it, they'll find someone else to develop. I think.
weren't they saying at one point that Sakurai wasn't even planning on making another Smash game, but Nintendo announced it
Yeah,
anyway at like an E3?
yeah, I think it was Smash 4.
I thought it was Melee even back in the day. Like he wasn't planning on there
It might
being
have
a
been. It might have
sequel,
been
and
Melee.
then they said like, yeah, we're working on a new Smash game, and he's like, what?
I do remember that though. I do remember that, and that's happened many times in the gaming industry. Surprisingly, like for the Final
Mm,
Fantasy VII remake, they announced Tatsuya Nomura as the director, and like Tatsuya Nomura himself was like, "I had
wait,
no
what?
idea. I was working on Kingdom Hearts 3. What?
Jeez, that's so stressful.
Yeah. Um, and they can just do that. They're under contract. They're employed like in house.
Oh yeah, if they get like a job, then you're supposed to do it.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like the next Smash game, because I feel like there is going to be another Smash game, but it's like it's gonna be like a soft reboot. You know,
Mm,
they're gonna chop down the character roster, and by chop down I mean there's gonna be like 30 characters or something.
maybe,
It's
yeah.
gonna be a really small roster compared to Ultimate, but
But it's
like
just I don't
make the
know, like
characters more complex, more mechanically complex.
so more like a actual fighter game, like with
No,
combos,
they could
or
still keep it as a platform fighter, but like just give like a refresher to the original cast, you know? Like you look at how Samus plays in Smash, and then you play Metroid Dread, and you're like, they could do so much more with Samus's character in Smash.
yeah.
Because you know how like the amount of passion and love that's put into the DLC characters in Smash,
Mm-hmm.
like how representative they are of the game they came from.
Yeah.
And then you look at the original 12 fighters from Smash 64, and it's like they barely resemble their game selves.
That's true. I
And I think
mean,
the biggest culprit is Samus, I think.
yeah, that's true. I
She,
yeah,
she can't even run and shoot. That's like the main squeeze of
the
Metroid
main
Dread.
thing.
Or like the 2D Metroid games. You just like run and shoot. And it's amazing. And it's like charge shot while you're running and stuff. It's like in Smash, it's like a totally different character. It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't wanna see another Smash game, to be honest, because like,
Mm.
this is gonna be a popular one for a while, and, like, I'm sure when like if Nintendo comes out with a new console or whatever, there'll be a new Smash. But
Or they'll port it over and just keep it as like a service,
yeah.
like a live service. Ugh. Ugh. They're gonna keep Smash
It
Alive
just
as a
makes it
live
so
service
cringe.
and just sell like season passes.
Yeah,
You know?
probably.
If they don't go forward with Smash, I want to see a Nintendo versus Capcom versus game.
Ooh, that'd be
Like
cool.
Marvel versus Capcom, but like Nintendo versus Capcom. With the same
Yeah.
Marvel versus Capcom tag team fighting mechanics.
Oh my god.
That's a dream that I know will probably never happen. Well, I mean, it's Nintendo and Capcom, and they're kind of buddy-buddy, so maybe.
Yeah.
That means we can actually have Dante as a fighter in a Nintendo thing that's not Smash.
Oh my god.
Because he's not in Smash, and it makes me sad.
Imagine.
I just want Dante, man. Just want Dante.
Imagine.
he's
Just
like
give me
he's like one of my favorite video game characters of all time. He's like,
I know.
like it's
I
like
know.
I just have to make him a me.
Uh,
It's not Dante, it's Dante.
Don't they? Just keep badgering Nintendo until they finally do it.
Oh, you think I haven't been?
I'm writing another email to them right now.
Yeah. But what else has been happening this week? Oh. Not directly relevant to us, but it is on the platform that we stream on, which is Twitch had like a huge data breach.
Yeah.
In fact, by huge, I mean it's like everything.
Yeah, the fact of
except for like encrypted stuff. Like they didn't release any of that stuff, but like I think the biggest draw was the incomes of like the top 100 streamers or something.
Yeah, that was shown.
Which that's like publicly available information though, so it's like I don't know why everyone was like.
I think
so
it was just more
surprised.
of like the fact of like data breach along the lines with like people being paid, like that they had to steal this information and like
People,
it's legitimate.
but it's
Then
like
people were just like, "Oh, drama."
it's like people doing their jobs get paid. There's like streamers have like their sub count publicly available.
That's true.
It's like you can do the calculations yourself. They make a ton of money every month.
I think it's just more of like people
be
can
an-
see the number, but they aren't able to visualize how much they're actually getting paid.
Maybe, yeah, until they
So-
actually like put a dollar sign to it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly.
It could
So
also be like partially envy too, maybe.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I never looked at the numbers. I didn't really want to because it was just like it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It's just like yeah, so that happened. So I woke up to that and like 20 different discords telling me to reset my passwords and stuff and reset
Oh my god.
stream key. So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll do that. And then Twitch actually responded and like came out saying like, yeah, we got a data breach. Reset your passwords. We reset everyone's stream keys.
Well, so they did send out an email, but they didn't mention the data breach in the email at all.
Did they not?
They were just like, "Hey, we reset your data. We reset your Twitch key, your stream
Let me
key,"
take a look.
without telling anyone what the reason was in the email. In the email specifically, I'm not talking about on Twitter where they were.
Oh yeah,
like,
they said this is how they put it. This is me reading from my email.
yeah.
Out of an abundance of caution, we have reset all stream keys. And that's all they said.
Yeah.
Out of the abundance of caution.
It's like we changed all the locks in your house. We're not gonna say why, but we changed them. So here's a new key. You know,
yeah,
that's literally what they did.
it's like you don't really have to beat around the bush. Like we already know that like freaking your information is all out there.
Or like streamers without Twitter had like were kept in the dark there.
Yeah,
It's like,
pretty
wait,
much.
what? Why?
But yeah, it's like they didn't even say anything on like the platform itself. They reposted that email that they sent out like in a message on the site as well.
Oh, like
like
a little notification, yeah.
yeah, like reset your password and here's your new stream key if you need it.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that the guy who let me look it up real quick. His name is Bill Burr, not the comedian. The
Okay.
He did. Here we go. This is from the Wall Street Journal. The headline is "The man who wrote those password rules has a new tip. Never mind." And basically it says, let me see here. It's the guy who, like, basically wrote the book on how, like, big websites and corporations should, like, handle password security.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find a good. Let me see here. But basically, it's like, you know how, like, websites will require you to put special characters and numbers and mixed casing in your passwords, and they have to be a certain length, etc., that type of stuff. It's because of this guy.
Oh, okay.
And he legitimately said, quote, "Much of what I did, I now regret."
Really?
The new guidelines, which are already filtering through to the wider web, dropped the password expiration advice and the requirement for special characters. Those rules did little for security. They actually had a negative impact on usability, he said. Which is true. It becomes such a pain in the ass when every website requires some different types of authentication with, like, you know, how long your password has to be, what characters are in it.
Yeah.
Let me see. The rules make it harder for you to remember what your password is. Then you have to reset it, and it just makes it take longer.
Yeah.
Um,
And then you put all your passwords down in one spot anyway.
yeah, it just doesn't make sense, he said.
No. And it's just kind of like, I don't know. Like, Google has made a point as well of saying, like, you have two passwords that are the same thing. Change them now for security. And it's like, bruh. But if I change it, I'm going to forget it.
Yeah, apparently the best thing to do is password length is what's more important. You know?
Yeah.
Password length is what's most important. Because, like, these, like, hackers who are trying to, like, find your password, like, putting special characters isn't gonna really impede them much, according to the expert who wrote the book on this. Password length is more important, apparently, so I don't know. I don't know. But I think more and more websites are starting to peel back on that now, especially new websites cropping up.
Yeah.
I don't think they have many requirements anymore.
I don't know. There's still some sites where it's like I gotta put in like a special character, at least have a few capitals and like numbers.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's getting to a point where it's just like I don't care anymore.
You just have, like, a structure of, like, how you make your password for every website and just, like, change it up a little bit every time.
Yep.
Like, oh, this one is password 123, but this one is password 123 where the P is capitalized.
Oh my god.
This one's password 123, but with an exclamation point.
That's actually what I did for my student password for a few years. They required you to change it, so I would always add on an exclamation point or delete it. And then it was just like, I don't care. I don't use this password anymore.
Right.
But it was just getting to a point where it's just like, I freaking extra one, take it out next semester.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, that was that whole debacle. So yeah, Twitch had, like, a big data breach. Everyone, enable two-factor authentication, please.
Please,
It's, like, the
do
best
it for
thing you can do.
everything.
Yeah, do it for everything. Yeah, it's great.
Everything. It's like it's
I love
easy.
2FA. It's
Same.
the best thing that happened to password security ever.
Yep.
Certainly better than adding an exclamation point to your password, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's just you know, just another reminder on the internet to just
Keep
make sure
guarded.
stuff is under lock and key. So that when stuff like this does happen, you're less likely to be negatively impacted by it. That was about it for news. There wasn't much in terms of Monster Hunter news. I guess, like, you know, the PC demo's coming up soon. In fact, I think it's out on the 13th, and today is the 10th. So, like, yeah, Wednesday.
Most important information out there right now.
What's up?
The Tetris 99.
Oh, yeah.
25th Maximus Cup with the Monster Hunter Rise theme.
So you did that, right?
Yep.
How was that?
I hated every moment.
You hated every moment? What? I'm guessing you won then, right?
No. People were brutal on Tetris.
Have they all leveled up?
I don't know. It was just like, I don't know if I was getting really bad luck or if I'm just absolute shit at the game, which is most likely the reason. but like they were just I don't know. It was like I was getting targeted by like 5 people at a time, so everything was stacking up against me, and it's just like I just want this theme.
Hmm.
I don't care. And it's like so when you do a match, they have it so you have to get 100 points to unlock the theme.
Okay.
Um and so it depends on how your match is of how many points you get,
Right.
but the minimum you can get I believe is 5. There was
Wait.
only Yeah, there was only once where I got 10 points
So at
after a
most,
match.
you have to play 20 matches,
Yeah, so I played
and the
a
matches can
lot.
be pretty long, huh?
Depends on how well you do, but yeah, they can be at least like 3 to 5 minutes to if you're doing really well, like 7 to 10, I'd say.
So is there
So,
like, other than like the theme of like the grid changing and like the music, I'm assuming was changing as well. It's
yeah,
like
the
what else
music
is
was
there?
changed. Well, so first off, the music like it actually made me feel really nostalgic for Monster Hunter, which was weird.
For
Um,
Rise?
yeah, it was just like I want to hear this music again because it was really good. Um, First off, this game is not that calm. Freaking this stupid trailer makes it seem so calm, but it's not. This is filling me with rage. But yeah, no. So it starts off with I think the ancient forest theme or not ancient, sorry.
Shrine ruins
Fuck, yeah,
or whatever.
that.
Yeah.
And then it swaps to I believe the Magna Mellow theme. And then once it's the final 10, it's I believe Proof of a Hero. I never got there.
Oh, that'll motivate you.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Wonder if we're gonna get a
Um,
Tetris crossover in Monster Hunter Rise. It's like a hammer that's an L block,
yeah,
you know, or
the
a
long
dual
sword that's like the
the
long
yeah
long
the
piece.
long boy, yeah.
The long boy.
Yeah,
I would
definitely.
actually love that.
But I think this event ends soon, doesn't it?
It ends tomorrow, so if you want
Okay, so
your
yeah,
Monster Hunter theme, get going.
if you're listening right now and you're into Tetris 99, I mean, I'm guessing if you're playing Tetris 99, you've already gotten the theme, but like, I mean, if it's something that really matters to you and you haven't gotten it yet, fucking pick up the pace. Oh my
Yep.
god, the
Oh,
stars are dango.
yep.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, like every single time you put down a block, I think it's like the sound of a wire bug.
Oh,
So it's just kind of it's cute. You know, it's fun. I was freaking screaming the entire time because again, I suck at the game, but it was still pretty fun.
I played a lot of Tetris 99 when it first came out.
Okay.
That's where I like started really going ham on like T spins. Because I
Tease.
learned how to T spin, and ever since I learned how to T spin, everything I try to do is a T spin setup,
Mm.
even if it kills me. I've died multiple times because I'm trying to like set up
You're trying to
epic
set
T
up.
spin combos. And it's just
Yeah.
like, all right, I have everything set up. Now all I need is a TP. Oh well, no, I'm
Oh
dead.
well.
I lost.
Oh.
Well,
Yep.
all that effort
Someone
for
was
nothing.
targeting me. Okay.
Yeah. While we're
Yeah.
on the subject of Tetris 99, though, this is actually something that just broke, I think, yesterday. But Tetris Effect is coming out on the Switch. I had no idea this was happening. Yeah. Have you played Tetris Effect?
No.
It's so originally it was a PS4 title. Then it eventually
Ooh.
came to PC, I believe.
Oh, I
Wait, hold
recognize
on. Is
this.
this
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. It was announced back in like August, but it just came out, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad. I thought it was like, yeah, it just came
Something.
out. But it
Okay.
was announced back in August. Um,
Nice.
but yeah, the Tetris Effect is like one of the best Tetris games I've played personally.
Ooh.
On the PS4 and in VR because I do have PSVR.
What?
The music, it's like I think what really does it for me is the music in Tetris Effect. It's just like so gorgeous, it's so beautiful.
Okay.
And the
Maybe I'll look into
visuals, yeah, I would recommend it. I highly recommend it. It's a very relaxing game, you know?
it.
Just wind down, play some Tetris Effect.
Tetris being relaxing.
Oh, trust me, Tetris Effect is very relaxing to the point where it's like you're moving your pieces around and it's like matching up with the music. And it's just
Mm.
like it's just so relaxing.
I'm
and it's
so
chill.
scared for these people though that are seeing Tetris every.
It's the Tetris effect because they've been playing too
Oh
much
god.
Tetris.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening right now. They're seeing too many. Oh no.
Yeah, but like, dude, look at like the way like just the game board looks and like the
It looks
backgrounds
really
and
nice.
everything. And playing it in VR was really fun.
Okay.
But yeah, you just get fully immersed in it, and the music. I think the music is like the main squeeze of it. It's just so
Mm.
good.
And then just suddenly, oops, it's 5 hours later.
Yeah. So I think it's out now. I think it just came out. So yeah, if you're looking for a good Tetris game on the Switch, fucking hop on that Tetris effect. It's like the
Okay.
total opposite of Tetris 99.
Yeah, we were supposed to talk about like the Monster Hunter theme, and here we are talking about, the
Yeah.
potentially better Tetris game.
Well, I mean, it's different. They're
That's
trying
true.
to do different things. Tetris 99, you're trying to 360 no scope someone from across the world, and Tetris Effect is like just chill after a tough day, just like chill and immerse yourself in this beautiful music and stuff and these gorgeous
yeah.
visuals. So okay, so I think that's about it for those news. So why don't we get into our top 5 monsters?
Okay.
And I was going to make a layout for this, but I totally completely forgot. So
That's fine.
you know what we're gonna settle with?
What
we're
are you
gonna,
doing?
well, we're gonna settle with let me. Okay, yeah, this is what we're gonna settle with.
Please don't pull up tier maker,
No,
tier list maker. For people that are just audio listeners right now, Tam has pulled up basically Notepad.
literally Notepad.
And he's just writing down Tam's list and Forrest's list.
I'm nothing if not tech savvy. But why don't we start off with you? You're number 5. Let's start at number 5 and then work our way
Alright,
down.
let me pull up my Alright. Where did I okay, I've got my document. Okay. You ready for this?
Yeah.
We've got number 5, Blinking Nargacuga.
Okay, just start with number 5 and then explain. Give your explanation.
No. I'm gonna.
Oh, okay.
Bro,
Oh, wait. Oh, for your. Okay, yeah.
This is the meme list.
Okay, the meme list. Okay, what's your meme list?
We've got Blinking Nargacuga. We've got Lucid Nargacuga. We've got Green Nargacuga. We've got Silverwind Nargacuga. And at the top, we've got regular Nargacuga.
I thought it was gonna be like Tigrex at the top or something. It's like, oh, what a twist.
Whoa! Who saw that coming?
Yeah. But what's your actual number 5?
Okay, so actual number 5 is Lagiacrus.
Okay. There's some 3rd generation rep right there.
Well, yeah, that's like why he's one of my favorites, because like I started on 3 Ultimate, and I didn't really know what to expect with the game. I was pretty young at the time, and I was, kind of a casual gamer. And so I was trying it out. I was swimming. I was having a lot of fun. And then suddenly this freaking giant serpent thing comes through the water and has glowing eyes and looks terrifying, and I'm like, well, I'm out. And it just really, I don't know, it changed my perspective of the game, because up until then you're kind of I think you're only fighting like Baroth, Great Jaggy, maybe a Kuropeko. Like all these really tame, not terrifying looking monsters, and then you fight this thing in the water.
Not even fighting. You just piss your pants and run away.
Well, that's the thing about that quest. You need to get monster guts. And I remember this because you need to like kill the little, I think they're Laranoth. If that's what they're called.
Yeah,
in the water?
Yeah, in the water.
And that was terrifying for me. Like going from zone to zone, and I just like at that point I just really did not want to be in the same zone as Lagiacrus at all.
Right.
And it's just like that fear. I'm probably like, I don't know. People were like, "Oh, why is she so like into this?"
No, it makes sense. I think that's a moment where a lot of people fell in love with Lagiacrus, because it's like that feeling of like,
yeah,
that anxious feeling of like fear and anxiety.
affecting me.
Especially underwater as well, when you just see it's
Yeah,
like from a distance you can see it's like eyes just like beaming and it's like
yeah,
electricity and everything.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
it's just a really cool design as well to begin with. Like I love how he looks, and it's just like, especially underwater, it's amazing.
Yeah. I think what makes it stand out from like the Tigrex introduction, for example, in Monster Hunter Freedom, um, was like with the Popo Tongue quest was that you're underwater when it's happening,
Mm,
and the underwater element adds like another fear of another layer of fear to like the whole experience, and I think that makes it more memorable. So
yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah, no, that was definitely one of my top monsters, and he's still really fun to play fight against in GU as well.
Mm.
Kind of disappointing about, that
I
he
think
can't be in the water, but
yeah. I think that's where me and you disagree.
I don't know.
Because I don't like the way he plays in GU.
I I don't know. It's like he's still kind of annoying, but it's still, I don't know. I think it's just more of like the challenge at the same time,
Hmm.
because he can make me cart whenever. Regardless of what I'm using or what I'm wearing or, whatever. Like
Right.
he hits really hard and as a hyper G rank monster. And farming for those Lagia dual blades, awful.
Oh, those are your
But
favorite.
yeah, I use them for my Silverwind runs.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. Good monster. Scary, but good.
I love Lagiacrus as well. Yeah. I think I think I just like him more in third generation.
That's fair.
My number 5, sticking to the theme of third generation, is
Ooh.
Great
Hey,
Jaggy.
hell yeah.
A lot of people are gonna be like, "Tam, that's just a meme pick," but like, I'm unironically serious. I'm really serious about Great Jaggy being in my top 5. Um, and I think a lot of it is fueled by nostalgia because my first game ever was not 3 Ultimate, but Try on the Wii,
Mm,
and it was my first ever Monster Hunter game. So it's like before Great Jaggy, I've only ever fought like Jaggies and Jagias and like Aptonoths, stuff that doesn't really pose much of a challenge.
yeah.
And so you go off to fight your first Great Jaggy, and I got my ass whooped. I got my ass completely destroyed by Great Jaggy. Great Jaggy was like my first dance partner ever in Monster Hunter. Um, and it's like it's a moment I'm never gonna forget because I was getting frustrated, but also I was learning every time against
Yeah.
Great Jaggy. I think I must have like it was like I think it was probably like my third attempt or something. I can't remember, but like I remember finally downing Great Jaggy, and I didn't feel frustrated. I just felt like I wanted to play
Proud.
more. You know? Yeah, I felt proud. You know, and nowadays, you know, you just slap Great Jaggy around, no problem, right? But from a beginner standpoint, I think Great Jaggy is like one of the best introductory monsters ever in the series.
Yeah, he's really, I don't know. It's just like the fact that you're fighting like the little Jaggies and then suddenly you're fighting the pack leader.
Hmm.
It's just like, ooh, this is cool, you
It's a
know?
nice little progression, yeah, and it's like all of like the attacks that Great Jackie does are easily readable for a beginner. You will get punished if you're trying to get greedy. You know, I think one of
Mhm.
the biggest things I had to learn was Great Jackie does like that hip check move, where he does
Yeah.
it like 3 times in a row, and he does like this distinct like growl beforehand. And it wasn't until like a few carts in where it started clicking with me what I was supposed to do in this fight. You know, where I was like, okay, I really have to wait my turn. I have to respect the monster, you know, because like all these other like small
Gotta
monsters,
take it out to
you don't,
dinner.
yeah, all these other small monsters, you disrespect the hell out of them. You just like fucking whack them until they're dead, right? You don't
Yeah.
care about if they hit you or not. But like Great Jaggy, it was like when I was starting to learn, like, oh yeah, no, I have to actually, you know,
Yep.
give this monster some space, give it the respect it deserves, and
Oh yeah.
then go in for my attacks, you know.
Well, it's just like
So
it's like your first big monster, you know? It's memorable.
yeah.
Oh, bleh, I can't
memor
speak.
mem- memor
Memorable. Yeah,
memorable
memorable.
memorably.
You know what I mean. Freaking, I'm a
Yeah,
mess. It's
no,
fine.
yeah, it's very memorable. Yeah, and I think in terms of like just introductory large monsters, I think it blows Velocidrome out of the water. I think all like the great raptors, like Great Jaggy, Baggy, and Rocky, I think they're all great, but Great Jaggy stands out as like, you know, being the first one I fought.
His
And
roar.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. His sound effects are all very distinctive. It's
Yeah.
very unique sounding
That's kind of
roars.
the thing. Like, if you were listening to a video and you were listening to all the sound effects of the different, the bird
Mhm.
wyverns,
Yeah.
you would be able to tell Great Jaggy. I could not tell the difference between like Roggy and like a Gendrome or any of those. Like
Yeah.
no.
No, I totally got you. I totally get it. So yeah, that's my number 5. What's your number 4?
My number 4 is Gormagala.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
that's 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 Phil's number 1, huh?
I told him this yesterday and he immediately started cheering.
Okay.
Um no, I do genuinely really like Gormagala. Like I first experienced it in Generations Ultimate actually before I played For You.
Mhm.
Um but playing through For You and experiencing more of the story, it's really cool actually.
Yeah.
Like the build up to it, and then when you finally see it, it's just like, whoa, this is really cool. And it's just like how they present it as like this presence, and just like with the frenzy and everything. It's just, I don't know, like the entire vibes that Gormagala give. He's just an edgy boy.
Totally.
The
Totally.
armor's really cool. The weapon designs are really cool. There's a chaotic version of him. There's Shigaru Magala, obviously, which is
Mhm.
kind of like the radiant version.
Yeah.
So it's like even how a Shigaru presents itself when it roars. Like it flies up into the air and spreads out its wings. Like it's I don't know. Everything about it is just really cool with gore.
I th- and the fact that like it really felt like a rival in the story, you know?
Yeah.
Cuz like
So
you fight it first in fourth generation where like you're fighting it on the sand ship and you just kind of
mhm.
like, you know, just repelling it. And then you fight it a few more times until like the ultimate fight where you fight Shigaru and it's like complete form,
Yeah.
you know? And it's like you felt like you've been fighting this monster throughout the entire story, but each encounter was different.
Exactly. And it's just I don't know. It's like it's just got such a distinct feature about it, you know? It's just like even fighting in GU, it's like the frenzy virus with it is just it's a cool mechanic, you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah.
The fact that you have to like, if you hit the monster hard enough and enough times, that will turn into I think it's an attack buff, I believe, or affinity. I
Oh
can't
yeah,
remember
yeah,
what.
the affinity buff, yeah, with the frenzy virus.
Which lasts for like a few seconds or whatever. But if you don't, then it punishes you by that you get the virus,
Yeah.
and you don't have regen. You take more damage, I believe, and I
Get
think
in
even
there,
health
pussy.
items give less.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like stop being a little wuss and fucking go in.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just like it's a really cool mechanic.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, no, gore is just it's a neat monster.
I definitely agree. All right.
Even like well, even when it roars and like starts to build up, like the entire area gets all
Oh
dark.
yeah, it gets all dark and everything. That's yeah. Oh, it's
It's
so cool.
yeah, exactly.
It's so freaking cool.
So
All right, my number 4, Chameleos.
Chameleos,
Yeah,
really?
and I think it probably went up in my rankings after Rise came out and after it came out in Rise. I've always liked Chameleos just because it was so unique, and it's like
Hmm.
among Elder Dragons, like I'd say the most unique ones are probably like Kieran and Chameleos. Kieran because it's like a fucking horse.
It's really small.
Yeah, it's really small, but like I mean, Kieran sucks to fight, so I don't really.
Yeah.
But Chameleos though, it's like it's such like all the animations are so unique. He has a very unique gimmick that not many other monsters use. Like I think the only other in the mainline series, the only other monster that's like really gone full invisible has been like Lucent Nargacuga.
That's true.
But that's just like a subspecies of Nargacuga though. But like Chameleos, that's like its main thing.
Hmm.
It's also an Elder Dragon that uses poison, which is, as far as I know, the only Elder Dragon in the main series to use poison. It has a great theme, especially in Rise.
Yeah.
A great theme song. I love how much personality it has in all its moves and the way it moves, where it, like, it would just move and then freeze and then move again, and I don't know, everything about this monster just oozes personality.
Yeah.
And it's just a really enjoyable fight, and it's like it really is suitably characterized as like a trickster elder dragon,
Yeah.
where it's like I don't think it's really looking for a fight. It's just like
It's just
it just happens to
going
be really
around.
dangerous, but like it's just like doing its thing.
Yeah. The guild was like, "Oh my god, this is giant thing that we don't know. Kill it."
It's like it's literally poisoning villages, but all it wants to do is just like fucking mess with cats.
Vibe around, yeah.
Yeah, but like I fucking
That
Chameleos is great.
cutscene.
Yeah, the rise cutscene of Chameleos, it's
Yeah.
great.
The
Yeah.
little thief or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah,
Um,
Chameleos, solid number 4. Solid
I
number
don't
4 on
know.
my
Like,
list.
Chameleos was always kind of a monster that really annoyed me in GU.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because it was just like he always stole my freaking max potions. It was like, bro,
I think
they,
I think that's the reason why with Rise's Chameleos it went up in my list, because he doesn't do that anymore. He just steals your spirit
that's true.
He just steals your bird buffs.
Yeah, that's true. That I can deal with. But
Mhm.
freaking GU, no, leave it alone. I have like
Right.
20 other items in my bag. Please.
What if he used the item when he gets it? So if he steals a max potion, he just like goes up to
Goes
full
back to
health. Yeah.
I would
Not
quit
just full
the
health,
game.
but he goes to the maximum health pool possible for himself. It's like, you have a small crown Chameleos with like large crown health or something.
Oh my god, that would be terrifying.
Is that the way that works?
And
I'm not even sure anymore.
well, then it's kind of like, well, you can't bring max potions then. You gotta learn. You gotta
Yeah,
learn to hunt
exactly.
without max potions.
Eats a might seed and it gets stronger.
Yeah.
Eats an
Oh
armor.
my
Eats
god.
a like an armor skin or something. It gets like, you do less damage to it now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be awful.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah, I love all the stuff they added to it in Rise and stuff. It's
yeah. I just love the weapons and the armor.
mm-hmm.
Like, god, the freaking glow. Jeez.
Yeah. So like, has Chameleos always glowed, or
I
was it only a thing they added in Rise?
think it's more of a thing they added in Rise. I
Okay.
didn't use a lot of his weapons very often, but I think the book one was there for a bit. Obviously, don't quote me on this. I can't entirely remember, but I think they reworked a lot of the designs.
Okay, I gotcha.
So
But
yeah,
yeah, that's my number 4. Solid number 4, well earned Chameleos.
hell yeah. Um,
Number 3 on your list.
Atal Ka.
Okay.
I kind of was very unsure whether to go Atal Ka here or Magnamello,
Okay.
but I think I like Atal Ka a little bit more than Magnamello. But he's a strong contender.
Mhm.
But Atal Ka, so GU was kind of the first game that I like fully finished in a way. I didn't do any online hub when it came to 3U. 4U, I'm still working on. So GU was kind of like the first time that I got to like the final boss, let's say.
Mhm.
And holy crap. I I I was just screaming when I first saw Atoka pick up everything that you're like standing on and turn it into a giant mech.
Yeah.
Like the build up to Atoka was done really well as well. Like going back to the hub and talking to the hub manager or the pub manager, as she's saying, like, yeah, something is stealing like, you know, bits and pieces from fortresses and stuff. And it's just I don't know. It was just done really well. I
It's a
really
lot of
like the
good build
music.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the music from it. Um Obviously the weapons are you always see them everywhere. They're like beautiful golden weapons. The armor can be used anytime. It's really good.
It's really flexible armor.
And
Yeah, very unique armor in terms of what
yeah,
it does.
and I don't know, the fight's just very unique. It's just like I don't know, I just always have a lot of fun with it, and it's even
Mhm.
more fun now to try and like beat it like under sub 5 because there's like a lot of different ways that you can speed run it.
Mhm.
And yeah, I don't know. It's just a very well done fight, in my opinion.
I think my favorite moment from the Atal'Ka fight is when it gets into its throne and it does like the big roar.
Yeah.
Like the mechanical sounding roar. It's such a unique aesthetic for Monster Hunter, you
I
know?
know. It's so good. And then
Mm,
obviously with the proof of the hero at the end, and you're like,
of
it's
course, yeah.
swinging the wheel at you, but it's like it can kick your ass.
That's
It
the
gets so
yeah.
hard.
That's the other thing is that it's the. I mean, if you don't count the deviants in Bloodbath, it's the end game final boss for online, and
Yeah.
it's a bug.
Yeah.
For once, it's not like an Elder Dragon, you know.
That's true.
It's a fucking bug, and I think that's awesome. You know, it's
Mhm.
like if there was a way to make a bug monster the final boss of a Monster Hunter game, this is how you fucking do it.
Yeah.
You know. Like you other bugs who are trying to be the last end game boss of a Monster Hunter game, you gotta pick up the pace.
Oh yeah. Come on, Celtis.
Yeah, exactly.
Freaking
Yeah, I thought that was
um
great.
yeah, I don't know. It's just like I have a lot of fond memories from it, and I always love helping people fight it, and just like I don't know, I'll never turn down an Alta. Even like the Gloom of, I think it's like 1,000 Nights or something,
Oh, the
like the
event
event.
version, yeah.
Like it hits hard. Oh my
Hmm.
god, especially in the final phase where it's just like again like those moves of like the Dragonator like spinning towards you. That move always scares me.
I think it's like it's where like a lot of my clips of like dying while I'm like fully confident in Atoka. Just
Yeah.
like getting slapped by a wheel from off screen or something.
Well, yeah, like you always forget of how hard it hits you, but it really
Hmm.
does.
It's a fun fight. And
Yeah.
the design is like
Oh,
mwah.
the design is just so good.
And it's like the
So
Egyptian looking like pharaoh type of
yeah,
design.
and like after you beat the fight, I always like this when you defeat an elder dragon in these arenas. But like for Atsuka, when you defeat it, like the strings and the webbing gets
Oh.
released,
Oh
so all the
yeah.
walls fall
Yeah.
down around you.
Like an Amatsu or Narcacos.
Yeah,
That's like
exactly.
the arena has been fixed after
Exactly.
you.
Like it,
Yeah.
it brightens up and everything. So it's not so stormy anymore. So yeah, no, it was just a really satisfying fight all the way
This
through.
solid pick.
Yeah.
My number 3 is Mizutsune.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I think this is like the biggest example to me of like how important um theme music is for a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Um like I'm gonna gush about the theme first because I think Mizu has
Yeah.
like yeah like honestly like we like to meme on it a lot with the Naz, but like honestly like Mizutsune's theme fits its aesthetic so well. It's such a unique idea for a Leviathan monster to like use these unique soap bubble mechanics that it has. The way it utilizes the soap on itself in Rise in order to do like the sliding attacks, the way it like the movement that it has throughout fights,
Yeah.
it can be a little tricky, but like it really feels like a dance, you know.
It really
And
does.
yeah, and Mizu's theme is called Bewitching Dance.
That's true.
There's some great lore behind why we hunt Mizus, where they're generally docile until it's mating seasons, and then the male Mizutsune go like berserk, and that's
Yeah.
why hunters have to quell their populations. It's Mizu is just so cool.
Well,
I
even with like the deviant version of it as well.
yeah
Like the fact that it can't get enraged until you hit a bubble.
yeah because it can't
And then
see
it
you.
just, yeah, exactly. It can't see, so it uses its bubbles to be able to like sense you.
Hmm.
And like then it starts tenderizing itself so it does more damage. Like it basically, I don't know
Oh wait,
exactly
does
what it.
Soulseer do that?
Yeah, so it bites like it like when it bites itself like its tail or its
Oh,
claws?
I thought it was just like applying bubbles to itself or something.
No, so basically it doesn't do that until you get bubbled. But then once it tenderizes that part so you can hit it, it also does more damage on you.
Okay. Okay.
So while it's kind of like it's tenderizing those parts, it's also like becoming much more dangerous, which is amazing. I love
Right.
that feature.
Man, it's my number 3, and I didn't even know that about Soulseer. I mean, specifically, I was talking about like regular Mizu, but like that by extension,
Well,
Soul
just,
Seer as well. Yeah,
extension, that's also Soul Seer,
yeah. But like, it's just
But yeah.
the color scheme and design of the monster all fits in so well. The armor looks great. I love
Yeah.
that. It's like I love these monsters where it's like we have a specific theme in mind and we're just gonna go for it. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
think with Mizu, they did it exceptionally well. Especially
Mhm.
because a lot of water monsters I'm not that big of a fan of. So like Mizu being as cool as he is, like fucking solid number
Yeah.
3 for me.
Definitely my favorite water monster,
Yeah, yeah.
considering the other contenders are like, what?
Plesioth.
Plesioth. Exactly.
I mean, Sudeus is cool. Sudeus
Yeah,
is
Sideus
probably
is
like
cool.
Sudeus will probably be in my top 10.
Honestly, same. Like, his theme,
Yeah,
so good.
but we're not
But
here to talk about Sudeus.
yeah, it's
We're here to
exactly,
talk about
exactly.
your number 2.
My number 2?
Yeah.
My number 2 is Astalos.
Okay.
Yep.
See, Aslos is nowhere on my top 10.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm really curious to hear your justification for this one.
No, as soon as I saw Astalos, I was just like, bro, I love this monster. It looks amazing. Like, I just really love the gleam on the wings and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, kind of like the dragonfly wings in a way.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know, every part of the design is just like, it's got almost like that sharper look to it. Um, and the roar is really cool. I like the theme. And even like when I think Aslos was actually the first monster that I encountered from the Fated Four during the village.
Okay.
So when you like went into the nest and it's sleeping there and you get those question marks, I was like, oh shit, okay. And I didn't know you could take an egg down that shortcut, like the cliff side, so I went like the
Oh.
long way around.
In Monster Hunter 1 you can, but monsters can actually fight you in that area.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
terrifying.
I thought I was being
So
smart in Monster Hunter 1. No.
yeah, no, I spent the entire time being chased by Astalos across the entire map. But like the weapon designs, the armor designs, like I love the glow.
Mm-hmm.
I made all of his armor immediately, all the weapons I wanted as well. And yeah, no, it's just always a monster I really appreciate and just have a lot of fun fighting.
Mm.
It it's really fun to do longsword on him, and I really like Bull Reaver as well. And
I
just
love
kind
the
of
coloration on the monster a lot.
Me too. I love green. So it's my favorite color,
I
so
think
that's kinda.
I think for me though, the fact of the fact that they didn't go further with the insect theme of Astalos. Like, I think I would have liked Astalos a lot more if it was actually like just straight up a bug. If it wasn't a flying wyvern,
I guess,
you
but I
know.
don't know. I like the
But like,
aspect of like the dragon.
yeah, like I get it. I get why Astalos is so appealing. I can't find myself to put it in like my top 5, let alone top 10. But like, I totally agree with you about like the
Mhm.
music and the aesthetic of the monster, like the colors of the monster
Yeah.
rather. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Anything
So,
else about Astalos that you have to gush about?
I think I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. It's like I'm surprised that was your number 2. Actually, I didn't know you liked Astalos that much.
No, I've been wanting Astalos and Rise since Rise came out. I was
Okay.
begging for it.
I
So,
think Sunbreak. Maybe we'll see the rest of the Fated 4. Who knows?
please.
My number 2 is Nergigante.
Really? See,
Yep.
that surprises me.
I think with Nergigante, he has when I'm talking about monsters that I like, a lot of times I like to talk about monster personality, which sounds silly on paper, right? But Nergigante throughout World for me felt like the most rival of a monster that a monster could ever be in a
Mhm.
Monster Hunter game. Where Nergigante is just straight up like steals the spotlight from Volcana and Iceborne, pretty much.
Yeah.
Um, Nergigante has felt like a monster that has always been a part of the world journey from the very beginning. Well, not the very beginning, but when you first meet it on Zora Magdaros to like the
Yeah.
very end of Iceborne, where it's opening the guiding lands for you, and then once you reach MR 100, you get to have a final showdown with Ruiner Nergigante.
That's true.
There's like, yeah, he really does feel like a rival to your character throughout world. And not to mention the fight itself and the theme. First of all, the theme fits perfectly for Nergigante and its like brash nature. It's a very foreboding theme. It doesn't sound like very heroic at all until like, you know, you get to the AT Nergigante theme where they actually add like the Monster Hunter World theme. They add that leitmotif in the middle of it, and I'm just like, oh, it's just perfection. Yep. And the fight itself really encourages you to be hyper aggressive. I guess like sort of like what you were saying about Goro Magala with the frenzy virus. But Nergigante forces you to be aggressive in a different way because you want to break off its spikes before they harden, and it does its like super dive attack, you know?
It's really true. It's like,
yeah,
I don't know. It is a really fun fight. Like whenever I see Ruiner in the guiding lands, it's like, well, I'm going for him.
Yeah. Yeah,
regardless.
I think Ruiner Nergigante as well is like a really cool fight. Just because it gets harder and faster as it goes on, you know?
Yeah.
Because like throughout the fight, Ruiner Nergigante will just like sit there and just like be tired, and then once he starts moving again, he's like faster than he was before.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fucking like, it's a great escalation.
It is, and I think even like I don't know if you remember the MR 200 quest. Ruiner was a part of it, right? It's like the final monster.
Oh, that was the one. I was saying MR 100, but yeah, the MR 200 one I think is.
Well,
Ruiner,
no,
right?
yeah, like you do have to fight it at MR 100, but then the MR 200, it's like what Teostra, Lunastra, Volcana.
Oh, yeah.
And then Ruiner.
So. Yeah,
but I think they're all like.
I remember something like that. Yeah.
I think they're all tempered except Ruiner.
Right.
So it was just like, it was pain, but it was a lot of fun as well to kind of like have that final showdown with all the, you know, mightiest monsters in the game.
Yeah, but Nargacugase is definitely my favorite 5th generation monster by far. They couldn't have picked a better flagship for World. And I think I'll go on to say that Nergigante represents the entirety of 5th generation, I think. You know?
I could agree with that, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why it's my definitive number 2 there.
Okay. Yeah. I can agree with that.
I think I can guess what your number 1 is, though, but why don't you go ahead and say what it is?
Well, I think I can guess what your number 1 is as well.
Maybe. I did say it might be surprising, but we'll see.
Okay. Well, obviously, my number 1 is Nargacuga.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Ever since I experienced the monster, it's just been a lot of fun. I always love, you know, how quick it is, how agile. But it hits hard as well, like the tail slam move. It just like it can one shot. It can well, depending.
It's kind of become your rival, hasn't it?
In a way.
Silverwind specifically, but like you just like Nargacuga as a whole.
Yeah, I like every form of Nargacuga. I don't know. It's just like, first off, I'm a cat person. So to begin with, you know, I like the kind of cat vibe it has, but it's also got the beak, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, it's a very unique appearance.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, it's even when it's like walking, it's got that very agile look to it with like the blade wings and everything. And it's just, I don't know. I love all of the design. I don't know. It's when it gets enraged and the red lines that follow the eyes.
It's so badass.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, I'm in love with this monster. Like, I can't. And I don't know. I like the armor. I like the weapons. It's always very like critical based, but also kind of like agile. And yeah, I don't know. It's just, I can gush about this monster forever. I really do want to get a tattoo of it at one point.
What's your favorite version of Nargacuga?
Silverwind.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think that's
like, I don't know. Whenever someone posts Silverwind, I just get very excited at this point.
It's like your best friend, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Silverwind's like your best friend. You know it so well.
Exactly. Like I'm in its mind. I can see what it's about to do and stuff. 90% of the time until it changes it up, but that's fine.
Your best friend that you beat the shit out of on a daily basis.
Well, to be fair, it also beats the shit out of me.
Yeah, there you go.
Much more often than I beat the shit out of it.
Partner.
Exactly.
I totally understand.
And it's just kind of like, even when you say that there's like a dance with Mizu, like I can still see a dance with Nargacuga as
Hmm.
well. That's just like a little bit more, I don't know, brash in a way, but I don't know, just still really fun. So yeah.
What's your favorite version of Nargacuga's theme?
I could not tell you,
Okay. Okay, that's fair.
considering.
Considering you listen to the Deviant theme most of the
Well,
time with
yeah.
Silverwind.
Honestly, yeah. Like I could not. I don't know. I don't play with the music on Monster Hunter anymore,
Hmm.
so I couldn't tell you.
Okay. I gotcha. I gotcha. That makes sense though. And yeah, considering what your meme list was. Yeah.
All
All right.
right. What's your number one? Someone
I
do a
said
drum roll.
I said this would be surprising, or it might be surprising. I said might, but it's not actually surprising. It's
There it
Giganox.
is.
So it's like so people who are listening to me talk about Nergigante are probably like curious as to like why Nergigante is number 2 and Giganox is number 1. Because I think Giganox encapsulates what I like about the creativity of the Monster Hunter team. And people are probably going to be thinking like, well, creativity, but they already did that type of monster with Kezu. But it's like I think Kezu walked so that Giganox could run.
Mm.
You know, in that the design aesthetic, and this is going to be part of me dunking on Kezu as well, is that like Kezu didn't really have anything interesting going on, and it just had like a random thunder element for some reason that I never really understood.
Yeah.
Um, Giganox for me, just makes so much more sense in terms of like its overall design. It's got that like flat body because it's like it's supposed to be resemble a flatworm.
Yeah.
It lives in like caves primarily, and it has like these like purple markings on it. So it's like when you look at a monster, and in my opinion, a good monster design is when you can look at the monster and you can like instantly tell what it's gonna do. You know,
Yeah.
like you look at a Quetzalcoatl, for example. You know, and it has like the hooked claws and the snout for projectiles. You kind of know what the deal is with this monster.
Mm-hmm.
With Giganox, I feel the same way, where it's like it's got the wings, so it can like fly, and probably has like some jumping capabilities. The way its fingers or appendages are shaped, it clings to walls and stuff. The
Yeah.
purple denotes poison. It has like this like really good creep factor to it that fits perfectly with the area you fight it in, which is like the only area you ever can fight a Giganox in is the Arctic
Frozen.
region of
Yeah.
3rd generation. I forget what it's called.
I can't remember either.
They've never brought Giganox back though, and that's why I'm like so hoping that Sunbreak is where Giganox will make a return.
I really want to see it for you.
Yeah, like at this point, it's like you don't even care about Giganox. You just want to see me happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it's like I have like a distinct memory with Giganox though in Try when it's like the first mission I ever did in that region, that snow region where you have to mine for I think bloodstones. And you have to go through like the caves and everything. And I distinctly remember mining for bloodstones, and the way my camera was situated was that like I could see a little bit of the ceiling off the corner of the screen,
Yep.
but I I saw like a thing pass by. It didn't even trigger like the aggro music, the when the exclamation point comes up.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like I was like I didn't think anything of it. But then like I finished mining and then I walk, and then all of a sudden my character does like the and I'm like,
Kind
wait,
of
what?
look around, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like looking on the ground and everything. I'm like, what the hell? Then I look at the ceiling and I see like this purple like moving mass. And I'm like, fuck, what the hell is that? I got so scared. That's like, I think that's like legitimately the only time in Monster Hunter that I felt scared.
Oh,
Like
God.
afraid in like a horror game sense, you know?
Yeah.
I get scared
a
for a
creepy
bunch of reasons
monster.
in Monster Hunter, but like, yeah. It's like, never has a monster elicited that emotion in me, not even Kezu.
Okay.
Because Kezu just seems boring to me because it doesn't have any music and yada yada yada.
Yada yada yada.
Yeah. But like Giganox was like just like so foreboding, so menacing. when you fight Giganox and it roars and like the icicles
The
are falling in the
roar.
cave and like that roar just sounds like so
It's so
menacing and so
distinct.
deep. Yeah.
I can still hear it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
It just
I can
stands out
still
so much.
I can still hear it. Like if I really tried to, I could remember what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm. It
But
has a
also when it gets enraged, it like
oh yeah,
doesn't the color change entirely?
it turns not entirely, but it turns like into a darker gray as opposed
Yeah.
to the white, and then it's weak point
Which
changes from the head to the tail
and like
and
the
vice
eye,
versa.
like the purple parts of it just glows so much more.
The eyes,
Like they
yeah,
pop.
yeah.
So
The gimmick it has with the between the poison and the laying the eggs during combat, like everything about the Giganox's design just works so well. Nothing feels like it was just tacked on about
yeah,
Giganox, in my opinion. You
yeah.
know, Baleful Giganox, I have a less favorable opinion of, just
Still
because
looks really cool.
yeah, it still looks pretty cool. Just the paralysis doesn't work as well for Giganox for me. Also,
Is
Giganox
it
has the best grapple attack in the game.
is it able to still like birth out little giggies, or is that just
Baleful
regular
Giganox,
Giganox?
Baleful Giganox doesn't birth out Giggies. It births out like these paralysis sacks that are like
Oh, I
bombs.
remember that. That used
Yeah,
to annoy me.
yeah. And then G rank Giganox can like put the can lay the egg on itself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. It reaches its tail around to touch its back,
Bruh.
and then it lays the egg on its back, and then it'll
Oh.
get on the ceiling, and then the Giggies will fall on you.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I've
it's
never
so
fought you. Oh.
yeah, it's so cool. I love it. I love everything about Giganox. He's such a cool, creepy monster.
Yep.
He doesn't have like the story relevance of something like Nergigante or Gormagala, and it never will. It's always going to be like a sidelined monster. But like to me, Giganox feels like it could easily be a flagship monster in some other universe. You know,
Oh yeah.
there exists a universe where Giganox is the flagship monster of third generation. You know.
Yep.
I'm all for it. So it's like that's why I really like these like off the wall ideas with monsters and Monster Hunter. Like Gosharag, for example, would be a monster I would really consider for top 5.
Oh,
Just because it's a
Gossarag is
yeah,
such a cool monster.
such a unique idea for a monster. And it's like more of that, please. You know,
Yeah.
less Velkanas and more cool ideas. You know.
Yeah, I mean
Velkhana's
Volcana's
cool, but like
chill.
Velkhana's just like
Yeah.
an ice elder dragon. When you think of like what is an ice elder dragon gonna do, you think, oh, it's Velkhana.
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna do, you know.
Oh man.
Um, but yeah, that's my list. So just to go over our lists, my list: number 5, Great Jaggy; number 4, Chameleos; number 3, Mizutsune; number 2, Nergigante; number 1, Giganox; and then for Forest, number 5, Legiacris; number 4, Gormagala; number 3, Atoka; number 2, Astalos; and number 1, Nargacuga. And it's just occurred to me now that we probably fucking hate first generation.
Like actually all of my monsters can be fought in GU. Oh boy.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. Like
You
the
at least have
Nargacuga
like
second generation, but I'm kind
oh
of
yeah,
I'm kind of all over the place. Oh no,
a
Chameleos
little
is
bit.
second gen. Yeah.
Chameleos is earlier, yeah. So
Um, I tried not to choose many third generation just because like third generation has a lot of monsters I like.
yeah, I
Um,
know. Like thinking about it afterwards, it's like I would love to put like maybe Kuropeko, because it's like I
oh,
don't know, it's such
Kuropeko would
a
easily be like maybe top 10 for me. I think.
easy top 10, yeah,
Yeah.
because it's such a unique fight.
Hmm.
Just really like such a trickster. So
Do you think we could predict what Karada's top 5 would be?
actually, I don't know.
What would it be?
I I don't want to
I
speak
feel like
for him.
maybe Bracky would be on there. I feel like Bracky,
Rocky definitely, maybe.
Zinogre.
Maybe.
I mean, he
I don't
does like
know.
Thunderlord.
He does like Thunderlord, but also I don't know. I don't feel like his reasoning for doing Thunderlord was like because he really likes the monster. I think it's more of
Hmm.
like it was someone else, and then he
Oh,
took on like the challenge as well.
gotcha.
I'm not speaking for him. I don't know if that's entirely right, but I feel like I don't know. He's probably gonna come like listen to this later and be like,
Yeah.
you never remember my things about me. It's blah blah blah.
Obviously, my number one monster is the Laranoth.
There you go.
It's the Banabra. The Banubra.
Banubra.
Yeah. Why don't we? And someone just had a great suggestion in chat. We come up with the top 5, and then he comes back. He comes back and tells us his actual top 5, and then we tell him how much we fucked up.
Yeah.
His top 5. Okay, let's try that.
What would be his
Karada's
top 5?
list? Question mark. All right.
Question mark.
Let's number 5.
Well, I know what's definitely not on the list is Sadeas.
Well, he hates him. Every time we talk about Sudeus, he like has something
Just
to bitch
like
about him.
Yeah, I know. He just starts scoffing.
So let's think of this. Let's think of this. What do we know for sure is probably on the list?
God, I feel like he's definitely told me his favorite monsters. Crap.
Do you think? I feel like Rajang might be on there.
Really?
I don't know.
Could. Yeah,
Maybe
I could see him enjoying Rajang a lot.
or and Zamtrios.
Oh, Zamtrio's probably for like the stupid, like.
I'm gonna put Zamtrios on number 5. What do you think his number 4 is?
We're
gonna be way off.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm kind of nervous. I'm gonna say it's 3rd gen onwards. Because I don't think he played the earlier games. I know he doesn't like Ketcha, because I remember him fighting with you about that.
I love Ketcha.
I know you do. You called him a shitcock.
Yeah.
I mean, we could put Zinogre at least somewhere. Because even how he likes him in Rise, you know?
I think Raging Bracky is probably on there.
At
or
least
just Bracky. Just Bracky.
Just Bracky in general, I feel like. I feel like you were kind of close with Rajang, though. Like, I don't know. Were you gonna say Gobble?
Gogmazios.
Gogmaz. He
Karada
did
he has gushed about Gogmazios.
That's true.
And Dalamadur. Maybe those are his top 2?
I don't feel like maybe.
I know he's talking about Gogmazios a lot. I'm gonna put Gogmazios as number 1.
Okay.
Then number 2. Everything under number 1, by the way, is just a random order.
Pretty much.
I think
they can be put in anyway.
I've heard him gush the most about Gogmazios, though.
Yeah. What would be number 2? I don't know. I feel like he does like Rajang a lot, though, because like he used to tell me that he would do that village quest where it's like Hyper Zinogre, Furious Rajang, and Shigara Magala, and he would like find that fight to be really fun.
Do you think Rajang would be his number 2?
Maybe.
Put Rajang there. Zamtrios. I feel like Zamtrios can probably go off.
Probably. I don't think he would be that.
But what would we replace with Zamtrios, though?
Probably something like another meme-ish monster. That's the thing. I feel like you would love.
We gotta think bigger picture here. Big picture. Elder Dragons.
He hates Kashala. Or I don't know if he hates, but
does he like Kuropeko?
I think so. I'm trying to remember if he
like
reacted.
Top 5, like?
I don't know. For how he reacted in stories, I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe Tigrex, actually.
Really?
Maybe.
Let's put
I don't know.
at number 5 instead.
I feel like he likes Tigrex. God, I can't, like, I really hope that he doesn't see this. Yeah, I hope he doesn't see this, and then we'll be able to reveal it to him next week.
Yeah, we'll ask him
like, you guys.
Top 5. I'm gonna save this, though. I'm saving this document.
Okay.
As Karada. And then, when we come back next week, we'll ask him, hoping
Yeah.
that
We're
we're
semi-right.
probably so far off. Like honestly, I
We
think
really are.
I think Gogmazios might be spot on, and I think Brachydios is somewhere on that list. But like the rest of them, I'm a little
Somewhere.
iffy on.
Yeah.
But I think we've got a solid. He's gonna
Probably,
hate
yeah.
it. He's gonna get so offended.
100%, but
To be like,
it's fine.
don't you know, guys, that Rajang actually emotionally scarred me?
Freaking, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Jeez Louise.
I'm kidding.
Karada's gonna get back at you if you're ever like absent for the next like another future podcast.
Oh, 100%.
We'll do top 5 worst monsters, and then we'll try to guess your least favorite monsters, and it's all gonna be Nargacuga.
I don't even know what my least favorite monsters are.
You hate Basario. You hate Gravios.
Oh, that's true.
You hate Gravios a lot.
I tried to like block it out of my
That's
memory.
probably
Gravios
bottom.
is-
That's probably one of your bottom 5.
Oh, 100% the top of the bottom. Like that's my number 1 least favorite monster.
And I think
But-
I don't know. We'll discuss that topic another time.
Yeah, we'll discuss that with him as well.
Yeah, but I think for now that'll about do it. There wasn't much in terms of news today, so it's a little shorter. So that's why we did this like fun little aside with our top 5 lists. We want to do more things like this that are like more like special topics other than just like news and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think it's fun. We'll do more stuff like this in the future, I think.
We could talk about like the music one time because I think that's like even when we were first starting out the podcast, like you really wanted to delve into the music
Yeah.
aspect
And
of Monster Hunter.
Karada wants to get into like more lore stuff too, so we can.
Yeah, we can
discuss
talk
that
about
as
that
well.
stuff. Yeah.
But that's gonna do it for us today. So Forest, where can people find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/ForestRaider.
And you can find me at twitch.tv/tamjamming. And you can find Karada, who's not here. Well, you can find him right now at New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
But on Twitch, you can find him at twitch.tv/Karada-sama. But hey, folks, that's gonna do it for us. So thank you so
Yeah.
much for coming by. We love you all. You guys
Thank
are
you.
great company.
Yes.
We'll see you next week for, I guess, PC demo impressions, huh?
That's true. We'll be able
Yeah.
to talk about that.
Alrighty, guys. Take care. We'll see you later.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.